this is Vikas from the team Lakshya along with the Selvi. And we are having a optics health utility presentation here. So let us go ahead with the problem definition. So what happens that when we install any image or we have a line card that is having the some set of capability of the speed and all. And for example, if any port is having a native speed of the 400 gig, and if you are inserting any module that is not matching with the port capability speed, then what happens that the system go for a toss and we get the crashes and the port doesn't come operationally up. Similarly, for the fake config and all, some modules doesn't support the default fake read Solomon config and they have the fake inbuilt config. So that's why they fake configuration is need not to be applied on the host syncd and the GB syncd side. So for that, we need to go ahead and check the kind of module specification, and we need to do the fake configuration as per the need. If it is not the same, then the port doesn't come up or operationally up. So the idea behind this utility was like it takes a lot of time and the manual intervention to just to know that which kind of port is connected with the which kind of module is connected in the port and what is the capability, what is the fake capability, if we need to do any configuration and all. So user need to do a lot of making a list of the module which are not matching the speed, doing a speed change script and applying the config, fake config, and the you see the auto negotiation. So a lot of things that need to be debugging is required at the user level interface. So what we have done as a part of this utility, we have automated all of those in one utility so that we can reduce the user intervention. Yes. It can just get the information, it can make a list, and it can take the corrective action as well. So the part of the utility, we wanted to go ahead with the demo, but since this is a big process and it we need to reload the system and also that takes a little bit of time. So we have captured all the output of the utility. So for example, we have done a reimage and this system is fully populated with all the different kind of modules with different kind of speeds. And so we can see that we are starting this optics health check utility. So as of now, all the interfaces are operationally down. So we can see that the number of up interfaces before running the script is down. So now what we are going to do, what this utility is going to do, we are going to search for the port which is not matching with the native speed of the port. We are searching for the modules with 100 gig, and you can see that we have the number of ports. And out of 36 port, we have the list of number of port which is not matching with the native speed, and this can usually happens in any setup in any lab scenario. So now what we are going to do, we are going to run the speed change script for these many ports. Next thing, what we are going to do, we are going to see that the kind of modules, for example, the FRs and the LR modules doesn't need the fake configuration to be applied on the host and on the GB syncd side because they are coming with the themselves fake config. That is the RS554 something. So what we are going to do, we are going to figure out the number of ports which are connected with these kind of modules, which doesn't need any fake configuration or the default read Solomon configuration. So what we are going to do, we are going to figure out them and need to take the corrective action as well. So you can see that we are applying, we are doing the fake change for these many ports on the GB syncd side and as well as on the syncd side. So, and after all this, we are going to save the config and do the config load. So because to apply all of them together. And at the end, you can see that the number of ports after the script is 35, which was initially 0. So you can see that this utility is going to help a lot to do the self-debugging, to identify, to take the corrective action, to just do the, to reduce the human intervention and the user effort. So that's all from our side. If you have any question, then you can please go ahead.